Hi everyone, this is Darren from SimNation. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are heading back into the film room in Draft Day Sports Pro Football 2026. We're staring down an absolute juggernaut in the Baltimore Ravens. They just finished the regular season 12-4, beat Tony's Indy squad handily, and are looking for revenge against a Pittsburgh squad that has beat them twice already this season. In the playoffs, we're going to need a flawless game plan in order to advance. Looking at their dashboard, this team is built to outscore you, but no team is invincible. Today I'm breaking down their tendencies and giving you the settings, play calls, and practice strategies you need to send them packing. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Quarterback Andrew Thorn. This guy is having a season. 5,096 passing yards, 50 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. He's force-feeding his star receiver, Benjamin Culp, who racked up over 1,700 yards and 13 touchdowns. And just when you think you can drop everyone into coverage, they hit you with Colin Burdick, who bruised his way to nearly 1,200 rushing yards and 17 touchdowns. So how do they do it? In order to understand this, we need to go to the play calling analysis screen. Looking at their play analysis, their offensive identity is incredibly dangerous because they spread you out to run. Their number one most called play is a dive right out of the spread formation. But look right below that. Wide receiver in out of the empty backfield, and then run plays again, and then they hit you with things like slot tracks. They love to force you into a sub-package defense to respect the pass and then gash you with inside runs. So how do we shut this down? You need to head into your strategy screen and dial in these specific game plan settings. Attitude, conservative. Thorn has a 140.1 rating and only 2 interceptions. If you play aggressively and blitz, he will hot read you to death. Play it safe and keep everything in front of you. Focus. Stop the pass. Make running back Colin Burdick beat you. We cannot let Benjamin Culp get behind the secondary or, for that matter, any other wide receivers. Primary coverage, zone. With a quarterback this accurate, man coverage is a death sentence. Play heavy zone so your defensive backs keep their eyes on the quarterback. We want our defensive line rushing the ball as much as possible, and we want our linebackers dropping back into coverage. The key here from a double coverage perspective is we really need to double cover Benjamin Culp. Yes, it will leave others open, and they may very well hurt us, but Culp is the primary target. Some specific defensive plays to call. Think about nickel cover threes and dime cover fours. Use these as your base plays against our spread and empty looks to blanket the deep thirds and the quarters. Also consider dime nickel T-doubles. Because they love to dive right and dive left out of the spread, use these plays to explicitly clog the A and B gaps while keeping your defensive backs on the field to cover the pass. T-doubles are perfect because they bring the defensive end tight and they make it harder to run in a power rushing or inside rushing fashion. Keep the quarter prevent in your back pocket for obvious passing downs to completely eliminate Culp's deep routes. Now for the fun part. How do we actually score on them? Let's be honest, this may not be as big of a problem for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has literally had no problem scoring throughout the season, as you can see from the 43.2. But how would you score on them? In order to do that, let's go back and take a look at them again. And what you'll notice almost immediately is they're 31st in the passing yards allowed per game. They give up over 357 yards a game through the air. Meanwhile, the run defense is stout, ranking 8th. So why is their defense against the pass so bad? Let's take a look at the play analysis screen again in order to see that. I apologize, it takes me a moment to get there. Look at their play calls. They base out of a heavy run-stopping fronts. The top calls are 3-4 under, man under, a 5-2 zone out, and a 5-2 wide cover 2 hitch. They put 5 bodies on the line of scrimmage begging you to throw. Here's your offensive blueprint to completely dismantle that 5-2 front. Plug these settings into your game plan. Attitude, aggressive. We are attacking the second worst defense in the league. No mercy. Focus, pass short. We want to abuse their heavy 5-2 linebackers with quick routes before their elite pass rushers like Billy Agnew and his 8 sacks can get home. Tempo. While it's tempting to go fast no huddle against Baltimore, I need to keep it even so my defense is not gassed. So I'm going to go slow, but you may want to go fast. Those 3-4 and 5-2 defensive linemen are massive, and if you choose to go fast, you should be able to gas them out. Some specific offensive plays to call: shotgun 4 wide receiver quick slants and empty 5 wide receiver slot tracks. These are bread and butter. Spread the linebackers out and hit the quick high percentage throws behind the defensive line. Other things you want to consider is wide receiver outs and seam routes. When the linebackers start creeping up to stop the slants, hit the outs and seams to gash them for 15 plus yards. Think about running draw plays. Do not run traditional off-tackle or dive plays into a 5-2 front. When you do run, either go outside or use draws to let the aggressive edge rushers over-pursue before handing the ball off. Finally, games are won during the practice week. Under your game plan counter strategy tab, you need to set the team's preparation focus. Some coaches like to have the coordinators handle the prep. I've done videos on this before. In my case, I like to handle the prep. In this case, we're going to prep for the medium pass. You must drill your defense all week on recognizing and defending the spread and empty backfield formations because that's where Baltimore generates most of their offense. Against the defense, you need to prepare for the blitz. They're going to use the line-heavy plays to try to get at your quarterback, in this case, Payne. To wrap it up, play conservative zone on defense, pinch the line to stop the spread dive, and focus your practice on the medium pass. On offense, go slow, pass short, avoid the I formation entirely, and practice beating the blitz. Execute this and you will expose the Baltimore Ravens. If this masterclass helped you prep for your playoff run, drop a like, subscribe for more Draft Day Sports Pro Football 26 breakdowns, and I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, thank you for your time and support.